Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Retro nerds alike. Let's get today's episode started. While everybody comes in, while everybody joins the chat and lets themselves known in the chat, I want to talk about today's voting. Man, if you guys are subscribed to the channel, I've been doing something very special that I don't have to do as a host, but I'm choosing to do because I love you guys so much. And I want you guys to have even more interaction and even more control over the show. So what I've been doing is on Mondays, I'm allowing you to vote for whatever game that I'm going to play on stream today. But as you saw, there was no vote this week. And you ask, Jake, why is that? Why didn't we get to vote on whatever you were playing today? Well, the reason you didn't get to vote is because, one, there's only 4 games left. So, we've been having the same games voted every single week. The second reason, and the biggest reason, is because I want to play Shaq Fu. I want to play Shaq Fu. And I did not want to leave it up to you guys to vote for Demolition Man again. I didn't want to leave it up to you guys, although I love Rival Turf, to play Rival Turf 2 weeks in a row. Yes, if you would have chose WWF for all, I would have been totally good with that. But I want to play Shaq Fu before it's voted out. So I took your vote away. So you didn't get to vote this week. I took your vote away. No votes for you. Because I want to play Shaq Fu, dang it. And he can go home any week. So I took it away from you. So here I am choosing the game that I want to play. Now, let's go to the intro of what games that we have this week. Man, we have 4 games left. We are down to Demolition Man, Rival Turf, WWF for All, and Shaq Fu. And like I said, Shaq Fu, I'm determined. Here's what I'm determined to do. I'm determined to play the entire game of Shaq Fu on stream today, so you guys got a special treat. Now, if you go on YouTube and you look up a long play, you can probably find somebody beat it in about 45 minutes. What that means for you guys, it's probably going to take me about 3 hours because that's the kind of gamer I am. But I am determined to make it through all of the trials, all of the Kung Fu challenges that they're going to throw at Shaq. And I am prepared to overcome them all. So that's what we're going to do on stream today. Be sure to stay to the end of the episode. At the very end of the episode, we're going to have a live vote. And you guys are going to vote whatever game is going to leave the island tonight. That could be Demolition Man. That could be Rival Turf, WWF for All, Shaq Fu. It's crazy how we're already down to just 4 contestants in Season 2. So either one could go home tonight. I'm not really sure. Michael B is off in the chat. He says, oh yeah, who survives this week and who suffers the wrath of the Underbuster? Bye-bye, Higgins. So if you guys are new to the chat, Michael B has he has pulled the puppet strings. He's been the master manipulator. And he's been getting all the Buster fans from last season and everybody to side with him in getting out Super Adventure Island 2. And his plan came to fruition last week on the show. And we said, na 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 na, na 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 na, hey, hey, hey. Goodbye, Master Higgins, for the 2nd season in a row. Because if you guys also don't know, Michael B did this same thing last season. He got people together and voted out Super Adventure Island 2. But we had a twist this season. And you still don't know. It could be another twist this season that you don't know about. Season's not over. But we had a twist early on that we would have a legacy character return. I put a vote out there. The vote said Super Adventure Island 2 is making his return. So here come the glass shatters. He comes busting in like Stone Cold in WWF for All in its heyday, and he's just dramatically making his return. 2 or 3 weeks later, Michael B, he's talking with people on the side. He's having these side conversations. He's popping off in the chat, and he executes his plan when the 2 most loyal Super Adventure Island 2 players in this game couldn't make the stream. And his plan came to fruition, and he got Super Adventure Island 2 out. That's the thing about Retro Survivor. You never know what's going to happen next. You never know what game's going to go home next. And for what it's worth, I would have voted for Shaq Fu. Voted for Shaq Fu to stay or voted for Shaq Fu, what do you mean? Like a victim? Michael B, be a little more clear on that. Oh, you would have voted for Shaq Fu to play today. My man. Okay, you're a man of culture. Look, I just didn't want to go the whole season and not play him. So I took away your voting privileges this week. I'm very sorry. This kind of host I am. I am in literal terms, literary terms, they call that an unreliable narrator. So I'm an unreliable host. Sometimes I'm going to do that with you guys. And I'm going to stack the cards in my favor to get the game that I want to win. Even though I have no say in who wins because I can't vote. This is a viewer voted show. At the very end, you guys are going to vote live who's going to go home this week. Okay, so that's our 4 contestants. Again, we have Demolition Man, Rival Turf, WWF Raw, Shaq Fu. That is left. And today, if you have never played it or ever seen such a spectacle as Shaq Fu, you're about to watch it live. You're about to watch somebody play it in a mediocre way live on YouTube here today, ladies and gentlemen. So let me get this started off in the background, and we are going to get playing. Okay. Shaq Fu is on the screen. Sorry, guys, I got to do some cord management. If you guys don't know, I'm playing with a actual Super Nintendo controller, wired controller hooked up to my Super Nintendo. So we're using 30-year-old hardware here. So sometimes I got to do some cord detangling and some hardware fixes. But here we go. Man, this is it. Shaq Fu, if you've never been a part of it. First of all, look how generous they are with the depiction of Shaq right here. Look at the guns on him, son. Look at them muscles. The triceps and biceps are popping. Alright, so in the intro, we have a duel, which I'm assuming 1v1. I've never had a conversation as a kid where somebody after the playground recess, we're all coming in and somebody go, "Hey Jake, you want to come over tonight? I got Shaq Fu." And go one-on-one. I've never had somebody invite me over to play Shaq Fu before as a kid. I don't know if that has ever happened, actually. You guys might smart me up to that in the comments. Then we have story, which is like the campaign. Like I said, it's not that long. We're going to go through it today. It is very laughable. If you guys have never been a part of it, man, you're in for a real treat. Tournament, have no idea what that is. I'm going to assume that that's a multiplayer option. But we're going to go ahead. You guys know when I start a game, I'm going to be in that option menu around the easy level, the difficulty setting. I'm going to hang around the options. Yeah, okay. Controls. We don't need to look at that. I figure it out when I get there. Don't need to look at no controls. I'm a feel it out type guy. I like to feel it out as I'm in the moment. Okay, let me look at the chat right quick, and then we're going to go right into gameplay. Man, Electric in the chat! Electric says, Shaq Fu live. Can life get any better? I say that it cannot. I'm telling you, Electric, you might have just stepped in. You might not have heard what I just said, but I plan to play the entire game right here on stream today. Let me make sure. I don't want to lose my easy difficulty settings. That would just be terrible. Okay. We're good. But I'm going to play the entire thing. Now, if I just absolutely, even on easy, just can't beat it, we're not even going to say that. I'm going to be able to do it. I can do it. I'm not even going to go that route. I'm not even going to put that on the table. I'm not putting can't on the table. It's downtown Tokyo, and I'm checking out the local sites on the day of my all-star charity game. Win. ... You like that Pepsi product placement they got there? Definitely had to deal with Pepsi because I think, yep, it's in the next frame too. I stumbled upon a small kung fu dojo with an old man inside. What happens next? Greetings, big warrior, because he's 7 foot tall. You were the one from the stars, I presume. I thought I'd never live to see the day. Can you imagine looking up in the skylight and the stars and seeing Shaq? Oh, there he is. Shaq from the stars. You got to read this in Shaq's voice. I'm an all-star, if that's what you mean. We have a game tonight. Would you like to come? I can't even read the whole thing. I didn't know it was going to go that fast. Oh no, young warrior. I'm too old to be fighting. Yeah, he's not going to do it. But I wish you well. You must hurry now if you are to save the little boy Nezu. That is, if you are really the magic one. So now he's putting it on Shaq, guy he just met to go save a little child. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm just sightseeing before my game. What are you talking about? You're the man in the stars. You got to save a little boy in a different dimension. Shaq, rightful answer. What are you talking about, old man? I like how instead of writing an explanation, the devs just said, no time to explain. Just go through this portal and save this little kid. Don't ask questions. I know we just met. Hop through this portal of all these monsters and go save this kid. Only you can do it, Starman. I think that is absolutely hilarious and the exact vibe I expected from a game like this. Okay, so you are in an overworld map here, and you go to different locations if I remember right. I reviewed this on my channel if you want to go see my actual thoughts about the game front to end. I think that was still when I was mediocre gaming. Don't mind that, but it is me. I did review it. So we have 3. We have Gargoyle's Peak, and I'm pretty sure a bridge crosses from left to right here once we complete these 3 objectives or beat these 3 people. You got Vagabond Temple and then Catwalk Falls. Let's go where we want to go. First of all, Shaq is, look at that speed right there, 99 overall speed. Okay, let's go to Vagabond Temple. Let's go there. Guys, I can't remember these controls, but it's going to be fun to figure them out together. Be careful, Prince. You might hurt yourself with those swords. My swords will make you think twice about that comment. Some good trash talking right before the fight. Makes sense. Let me cut my volume up just a bit. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys, but I got to go off something. Okay, here we go. We're in it. We're in it. Oh, I definitely remember his kicks have he's 7 foot tall. That makes sense. His kicks have much more range than his punches, so we will be relying on those for the win. He can throw swords and do like that little... Hold on. There's a way that I have a throwable as well. How do I do... Hold on. I'm trying to remember how to do... You can do like a crouch and shield to block. I think that's down in... Is it down in a bumper? Hold on. Yep, down in a bumper. Okay. Alright, if this battle doesn't go well, this is my first one, guys. Leave it alone. We will learn. Spam that drop kick there. Catch him with the boot. Oh, and then we do a little jig. And then we do a little dance. There we go, Shaq. Okay, that was not very clean win, but it's a win, dang it. We'll take a win. Take them when we can get them, because they're only going to get harder from here. Man, I want to, there's a disc I'm pretty sure you can throw. Hold on. Having a cart issue here. Did you guys hear that? I think we're good. Old hardware, people. Man, these controls are so clunky. I can't do anything. I can't move like I want. The jump is so delayed. Punch him in the mouth. Oh, look at that. Look at that fire kick, or that fire punch right there. Like literally fire. Man, how do I throw my... Hold on, I think it's like a... There it is! There it is! Can you imagine Shaq throwing a... Because, you know, that's definitely in his repertoire as an all-star. That he can throw magical disc at you. Dude, come on, Shaq. Do it. You're 7 foot tall. Rely on the kicks. Rely on the kicks. I've tried to throw my disc. It's like a 3-button combo. And with these controls, it's not very responsive. Okay, that was a timeout, but I had more health, so I got the win. Not a clean win again, but we take wins around here. You may have gotten past my swords, but voodoo's magic will teach you a lesson, fool. What's he calling a fool? This is Mr. T. Fool? Who are you talking to? All right, let's go to the next one. Again, I do remember that one being the easiest, and I planned it that way because I don't remember the controls, but... I got a chance to pick it up. I remember you got to rely on the kick a lot. Unfortunately, you guys are going to see me spam that. He is literally 7 foot tall. Why wouldn't I kick a lot? But the disc is a 3-button combo. And there's one, it's the hooded guy. I think it's the gargoyle. I think it's him. I think he's the one that you have to use the disc more often on because he's got long range attacks. So I need to play somebody else to really get that down. That way when I play him, I kind of know I feel comfortable with that move, is what I need to do. What's up, Catwoman? Of course, in Cat Falls, it's going to be a Catwoman. Can you tell me about the little boy Nezu? Oh, I didn't even have time to read the whole thing. I should have been yapping. It automatically goes for you. Okay, man, nice graphical background right here, I will admit. Good. Man, she is starting off She's not playing any games. She means business. Come on, use your shield, Jake, when it's time. Oh yeah, she does that drop down from the ceiling move. I gotta keep an eye on that. And you gotta time the drop kick to when she does it, so when she disappears, you need to be ready to kick. I think that fire uppercut does a lot of damage. We're both doing kicks at the same time. Hold on. Let me get her in a punch combo right quick. Oh, I just know she's going to drop down from the sky. Okay. I was in the red and I was getting closer. As you guys see, as we continue, obviously, just like in any fighter, it's going to continue to get harder and harder. So, oh, I just know I'm about to get hit by that comet. Little boomerang, star, whatever that is. Crescent moon she's throwing at me. But I want to go to the chat real quick. I'm a little behind on it. Okay, let's see here. Bro, Shaq has biceps on triceps. Yeah, dude, he is yoked. If somebody invited you over to play Shaq Fu, I'm guessing friends off after that gaming session. Not friends off. I would just say, I'm just saying it's never happened. I would be open to it. One, it's so ridiculous, Electric. I would do it just for the meme value and just for the laugh. If a friend invited me over to play Shaq Fu. But like I said, I've just never heard of it. Until covering Super Nintendo, didn't even know the game existed. And then when I saw it on the internet the first time, I thought it was AI or I thought it was a meme, like somebody made. I obviously didn't think it was real. Oh, that's the drop-in move she's got. Come on. I gotta be able to block and use my shield. I keep forgetting this down bumper. Come on. I need to get used to my long range, but she's so fast. She's gonna win this one. She's ahead. Oh yeah, she's gonna win this one on timeout. Man, I'm gonna have to win the next one. Lost 1-1-1. This makes my heart happy. Man, I'm so glad to see you, Rob, and I'm more glad to make your heart happy by playing some Shaq Fu. The fact that you are nostalgic for such a random gem, you know what, that actually makes sense for you, Rob. I'll say that. But, Rob, I'm in the trenches right now. You just showed up and I'm in the trenches. She's got Fury, and I'm losing. Oh, I couldn't even get my... You saw me warming up the disc, but I couldn't get it off. Come on, punch combo. Come on, Jake. One of her range attacks I can jump over, but I can't jump over that big crescent moon one. So I got to block it. I gotta block it. Oh, I broke the tornado. Didn't see that come. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Shaq wins! Shaq wins! Don't meet me in the air with a flying kick. I'm an NBA All-Star. My legs are this big around. Don't meet me mid-air with a drop kick. You will get done up. I mean, you got cat legs, and he's got ham hocks. I mean, we know who's going to win that battle. What were you thinking? You knew you were going to lose. Okay, 2 down. We're going to move to the third one. The animation really isn't bad. The graphics aren't bad, Electric. The animation is not bad, but the controls on my end, they are clunky, good sir. They are. If you do not believe me, play it on your stream and see how you like it. Okay, Lucas, my boy Lucas popping off in the chat. I just saw you on X. The game had cool... Wait. I'll slap you silly. I like all these little last-minute trash-talking things that they say. They're all usually corny or cheesy right before a big fight. Like, you got Shaq and you got a gargoyle in an inner dimension, and we're saying things like, you know, you say that again, I'll slap you silly. Like, if I saw a gargoyle in a different dimension and I'm having to fight for my life, I don't think I'm going to say something like that. I don't think I'm going to say, I'll slap you silly. Okay, but this guy... Okay, hold on. This guy right here, I remember he's much better than the first two, and he has a lot of long-range attacks, so I'm going to be in a bind if I cannot figure out... It's front, back, forward... No, it's front, back, front, Y. Front, back, front, Y is the throwing disc. But again, you got clunky controls. It's slow to respond, so it's like you have to go front, back, front, Y. It's not Mortal Kombat where you go front, back, front, Y. It's slow, it's deliberate, slow to respond. But I remember playing this game and I had to rely on it. So I need to make it happen. And when you're watching it, you're going to be like, Jake, just freaking press. It's 4 buttons, dude. Press them. It's like, okay, well, clunky fighter, and you're getting done up at the same time. It's harder than you think. Okay, here we go. Yep. Look at that reach with that, whatever you call it. Thought I could jump over it. That is insane reach with whatever that tool that he has. That is absolutely insane. That's diabolical. What in the world did he just hit me with? Okay, he's scooting closer to me. I think I need to make, maybe the name of the game is I need to get closer to him since he's got better long range. Maybe that's what I need to do. Hold on. Let me get that. I think that that uppercut does the most. If I can get kind of close to him and do that. Okay. I hit 1 disc for the win. 1 disc at timeout. You guys probably heard my controller. Pat, 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 pat. Just trying to do 1 disc throw. I try to do it 3 times in a row. But man, it's not like another fighter. It's not. Oh, now he's using a shield. Don't tell me they get better as you keep fighting, because that would not be fun. I gotta use my long leg reach. I know you guys are seeing it a lot, but I mean he's got reach. I gotta do what I can to hang in there. Come on. Yeah, maybe I need to sneak closer to him. I think that's the name of the game. He's definitely got better long range than me. Look at that. Dodge it at the right time though. How about some fist? Some fist to the face. Get low, get low. Come on. There it is. I got him in the red. I got him in the ropes. I got him on the ropes. Finish the job. Nail in the coffin right here. Oh, look. Did you see that drop down punch right there? Oh, we're... Another timeout win, baby. I will take it. I will take it. I remember I struggled with him a little bit on the review when I first played it. Your courage is praiseworthy. Beware the beast. He is as lethal as he is ugly. Okay, so we got a big old lethal, ugly beast coming up. Let's see what he looks like. Somewhere in the... Good. We got some occult sacrificial system going on. Goodness gracious. I hope Nezu's okay. I need to hurry up and go get him. I mean, if we got demons sacrificing skeletons with druids behind them, that is no place for a child at all. Somebody's got to rescue him. And it might as well be Shaq, the Kung Fu Master. Okay, Lost Jungle is next. And then, is this a location or is this just some trees right here? So it's just one location, Lost Jungle. Okay. So that's next. Oh, I don't remember what this person is like at all. I remember those first 3 because I was getting used to the game and I played them a few times because the controls are so clunky. I lost a lot, so I had to play them a lot. I don't remember this person. Okay, let me catch up on the chat while I'm psyching myself up. Okay. The game had cool character design. Cool pixel art. Too bad if it was terribly designed in every other manner. Yeah, like this would be a sleeper pick for a Retro Survivor, I would think. But man, the controls are so clunky. Like, I want to love this game. I want to collect this game. I want to go buy this game, complete inbox, and have it on my shelf just because it's so funny. And it actually looks pretty decent. And it's got a silly story you can play through. I love something that just is so... When something is so outlandish and it turns right back around into campy and silly and fun. When something has that, like a game or a movie, I eat that crap up. So I love it for that. But again, the controls are pretty clunky. So it's like, even if you invited somebody over, you got to be like, hey, not good controls. Where is Set Ra? Your magic can't hurt me, girlfriend. My magic has never lost a match, and I'm not your girlfriend. That's right. She ain't your girlfriend, Shaq. What you talking about? Okay. We got the druids in the back. So if somebody loses, they probably will get sacrificed on whatever altar that was. High stakes. High stakes. Okay, here we go. Starting off with the kicks. Man, she's not throwing a lot of punches here. She's whoa, voodoo trick. Okay, well that's not fair. Let's keep on the offense so she ain't got time to do that. That is not good. Not going to be good for us. Oh man, okay, well here comes the offense too. Oh man. You like how when she was jumping down I gave an up kick like that? Oh, I timed that perfect. It's just the little things like that for retro gamers. It's the little thing. She turned into a coyote, bro! Turned into an El Chupacabra! What? She's definitely got magic. I gotta keep on the offense, but she's slippery. I barely won that timeout. Woo! Barely won that. Man. Sorry, I'm going to try to read your chat. I'm just in a high-stakes situation. I got somebody doing voodoo dolls, turning into coyotes or El Chupacabras or whatever the heck. I got a druid audience out here. I mean, I got a lot going on, guys. I will catch up on the chat, but you're going to have to give me a second. Oh, okay, we're going to do this roundhouse kick. Chuck Norris roundhouse kick. Didn't know that. Didn't know about that in your magical world, did you? They never taught you about the Chuck Norris roundhouse kick. Okay. I think if I'm in the air, she can't hit me with that little voodoo thing. So that's, oh, and threw an eagle at me. Of all things to throw in the middle of a jungle fight, an eagle is not what I was going to guess next. Oh, she timed that down punch just like I did. Nice. You got to give people flowers when they got it. When they got the touch, you got to give it to them. Oh, got him in the corner. Got her in the corner. Oh, she got out of it. I'm about punching over. I'm way taller than her. Man. Okay, I want a timeout. Okay, we'll take it. Do it, Dan. I like how the other person, you don't even beat them, so they're just standing there watching you dance, and it doesn't feel like the fight's over, but you're dancing anyway. Dancing anyway. I need some Shaq dance music. You won honorably. I will let you pass. Well, if you let me or not, it wasn't going to matter because I'd beat you down again. Not let me pass, I'd throw you to the ground. Get you some more uppercuts, some more roundhouse kicks. You ain't stopping me from nothing. Let you pass. Bro, win a fight and then you can let me do something. Let you. What in the world? Okay. Lucas, let me finish your comment because I have tried to read it 3 times and I'm in a high-pressured situation. Too bad it was terribly designed in every other manner. Actually, I do think I read that. Stage select screen is super cool. Oh, dude, yeah. This overlook map right here is not something you would expect from the cover art of Shaq Fu and not something I expected from a fighting match. Like a simple, you think you're in a tower, you see a screen, you fight, you see your little character move up a level, then you fight, character move up a level, then you fight. I would have never thought that there's like a overworld, Super Mario World, Donkey Kong-esque, you move from level to level. And not even that, like I get to freely run. Like there's not a track, like in those 2 games that I just referenced, it's a track that you move. This is like I get to freely run. There's not that much space. I can see these little waves right here. I can look at these beautifully constructed 16-bit waves with spikes under them, but there's not a whole lot for me to explore, but it's still cool nonetheless. It's cool to see. You're right. Let's all go to Jake's house for Shaq Fu game night. Someone bring Kazam on VHS. Dude, y'all can so come to my house and have a Super Nintendo night. Dude, we can play rounds of Shaq Fu. We can play some NBA Jam. That's probably my favorite Super Nintendo couch co-op. Dude, we can play some Jam, some Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and we can have a Shaq Fu. Dude, Shaq Fu tournament with a trophy. How silly is that? Dude, Shaq Fu tournament or whoever wins gets a Shaq jersey. We could come up with something. That's a good idea. Dude, if y'all were ever in the area, you know I'm Central Louisiana. If you guys are ever in the area and just trying to get a quick pickup game, let me know. Let's see. Kazam. The only movie worse than that is Steel. Man, I'm going to be honest. Kazam and Steel, you're losing me on that one. I'm not as big as the old movie guy as you, Lucas. You're losing me. I don't know what those are. Let's see. Anyone know if the Genesis version is any better? I've never played the Genesis version. I've never heard of... I've never seen it. You are one ugly creature. Who are you? I am the beast, Seth Ra's greatest servant. I will beat you senseless. Now we got to remember, he is more lethal than he is ugly. We got to keep that in mind. Dude, okay, well he's got to be taller than 7 foot because he's bigger than Shaq. Look at this guy. Okay. I got to fill him out right quick. I might lose the first round because I do got to fill him out, guys. Oh, he's got Fury on. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, I'm doing some good defensive maneuvers, guys. I feel like I know what I'm doing at this point. Okay. Well, he just did a spinneroonie on me. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. He's agile. To be so big, he moves like a cat. I didn't expect that. Moving like a cat. Fury again? No. No, not Fury. Yeah, hit my shield at the exact right time, my friend. Dude, that punch he just did so much damage. Shaq wins. Yeah, lethal. No, you just ugly. You ain't lethal and ugly, you just ugly. All right, here we go. Round two. Let's get this dub right quick. Oh man, he's a little more slippery this time. Oh, I thought he was about to. Yeah, there it is. I timed my shield a little off, but that's okay. We're still in the driver's seat. See, I thought he was about to throw his little fireball there. I feel like he's swapping it up. He's filling me out. Oh, I got him in the corner now. Oh, you like how I jumped, spun around, and did a punch to the face because I knew I knew that's where he was going to be. Oh, he just did Fury and did some damage on me. Okay, he's getting damage. He's on a roll. He's on a little bit of a roll. We've got to stop the momentum, kill the momentum. Time is also on our side here. Let's go! Do the Shaq dance, everybody. Whoever wins has to stand up. If we were to do some kind of tournament, Michael B., whoever wins has to stand up and do the little Shaq dance where you snap their fingers and do that. That's kind of part of the night. I will travel through time to fight you someday. Seth Ra will not let you take the boy. You will not succeed. Why do they need this specific boy, by the way? Why do they need this? Why does Nezu like the key to their world domination in whatever world this is? That doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. But we're going to rescue him. We're not here to ask questions. We're here to rescue Nezu. All right, here's the boss, I think. I think this is the last guy, I think. He's rising up out of a coffin. Okay, break time for the chat. Insane amount of timeouts in this run. Yeah, when you have a mediocre gamer like myself, and you need to be deliberate with your actions, and you're just not that good to pull off really great combos, Rob, yeah, you're going to get some timeouts. Sorry, but who won the timeouts? Chat, enlighten them. Who won the timeouts? Me, because I had most health. So we get wins how we get wins. When you're a mediocre gamer, let me tell you something, Rob. When you're a mediocre gamer, you pick up wins however you can get them. I know that you might be a little more seasoned than me. You said on your stream you was about to turn 42, so you've been playing games a little bit longer than me. So you got more experience. But bro, if you're a mediocre gamer and you haven't been playing as long, yeah, you take what you can get. At the end of the day, you know what the scoreboard says? It's got a big W right there, son. Big W. Nobody asks, hey, was it a close win though? No, it says win. Win. That's all I care about. Let's see here. Let's go back to the chat. I think winner of Shaq Fu Tourney gets a Buster Bunny trophy. I'm not in the tournament. I'm officially out of the tournament. I will be a host of the tournament. I will open my home to the tournament. I will commentate the tournament. I will not be in the tournament if that's it'd be like when I was a kid, to get me to shut up, my parents would be like, let's play the quiet game. And then eventually I got older and I realized what they were doing. And I would just say, I lose, and I'd keep talking. So I would do that with Shaq Fu. Like as soon as I started, I would just throw the game, and because I don't want that. What am I going to do with a Buster trophy? Go right in the fireplace. Okay. Let me catch up on this chat. I will go to the boss level. I'm on my way, guys. Look, I'm on my way. I'm traveling as Shaq, but I do got to catch up on the chat. Let's see. I feel like I've seen this boss in like a movie or something. Actually, I think that's giving Shaq Fu a little bit too much credit. I think that Shaq Fu is ripping off movies. I think that's what you mean. Shaq Fu is ripping off movies. Taking from multiple, making its own generic version of it. That's the layout. That's the layout, I think. I'm all for Shaq Fu tournament. Has to be nothing but a good time. Oh, dude, we would get rowdy. We'd act up, for sure. Just pick a different prize. Imagine if Shaq Fu was in Evo. What does Evo mean? Lucas, you're throwing out these old movie references and I don't know what they are. I'm 30 years old. You got to remember that. I think you guys got a few years on me. Whoever gets last has to karaoke off of Shaq's rap album. Dude, that's actually a good punishment. Okay, I'm back in, and I'm not going to be the last loser because I don't want to do that. I think that would be, dude, we got to get together. There's got to be a big gaming con or something that's coming up. And we got to, let me go to confession real quick. I'm making this boss fight more dramatic. There's got to be some kind of big gaming con or something coming up. We can all get together. And then after or at it, we have a Shaq Fu tournament. Loser karaoke Shaq Fu's album. Winner gets not a Buster trophy, something else. A Shaq jersey. Just a copy of the game. Something. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Okay, whoever gets I would watch that. Dude, if we had that if we streamed that, if we streamed a Shaq Fu tourney, dude, that would be, we'd blow up. We'd get thousands, if not tens of thousands of views. Maybe even billions. Let's see. A win is a win. Yes, Rob, that's what I'm trying to teach you. A win's a win. Jake shooting a promo on Rob. Yeah, that was a shoot. I ain't going to lie. That was a shoot promo. That's my bad. I took it a little far there. I got heated. And now I'm going to have heat. Let's go back to gameplay. I think I'm ready. Ready for this boss fight. Guys, I didn't make it this far. I didn't come this far to come this far. I came to win. Timeout or no timeout. I came to win. I got a little child in there that might be getting sick. I'm sorry. It's just story's so ridiculous. There might be a child in there getting sacrificed by some druids on an altar in a Super Nintendo game. There's a little child. Hold on, let me restart. There's a little child in there that needs rescuing. And the only one that can rescue him and save him is the NBA All-Star Shaquille O'Neal. Oh, this game's so fun, dude. That's just insane. Okay, I got a little kid waiting on me. I gotta save him. One more view of the chat, and I will start this boss fight, I promise. He's building the hype. Yes, dude, I'm building it up. This is my friend Colin. So Colin is one of my IRL friends, and I actually told my 3 closest IRL friends today that I have a YouTube channel and I'm going to be streaming live. First time I've ever told somebody in my real life that I have a channel. And I've been hesitant to do it because I know how my 3 friends are. If you guys watch King of the Hill, I'm reminded of when Hank Hill says, "That boy ain't right." You could say that about all 3 of these IRL friends because none of them are right. And I was super hesitant to tell them about it. Because if they say something to demonetize me before I'm even monetized, that would just be a dream crusher. And they're the type to just say something super outlandish. So I was a little scared. But I told them if they want to hang out, come on. So everybody welcome in my boy Colin, IRL friend of Jake Dice again. Probably my best friend. Tombstone Island. So you know, just from the name, that death lives there. But it's going to be death for the boss, not death for me. Hand over the boy, Mummy. Mummy man, or I'll unravel you. I am Seth Ra. You should have never come in. I can't even read it. Who is reading these titles? Or maybe I'm just yapping too much and I can't even focus. Okay, guys, I'm scared. I had to had to pause it right quick. I got a little nervous. All right, let me lock in. Hold on. Need some cold caffeine. Hadn't even popped into my Coke this stream, guys. Still on my holiday vanilla grind. Okay. Here we go. Locked in. Mummy Man versus Shaq. Here we go. Oh, caught him with a punch. I was ready for it. Okay, he's in fury. Just keep the offense going. So when they're in fury like that, all their attacks have much more damage. As you guys have also seen, I have abandoned the disc throw because it takes too long and it's just the controls are too clunky. I know that it was best for the gargoyle guy, but I beat him anyway. Didn't even need it. Come on, keep the offense going. Keep it going. Oh, and the other thing about, there's clunky controls. Yes, okay, he's in fury. I got to back off. He just got a lot of damage right there. Okay, he's kind of... Oh, we're both healing up. Okay, I just needed to get done with him having fury because that is not fair. But the other thing about this game that's, why it's behind other fighters is it has very simple controls, which is, good for beginner players. And you could even say I'm a beginner player. But there's no combos. Do the jig. There is no, cool combos. I'm not pulling off these mega moves. It's basically, punches and kicks, which, can be fun because sometimes in Mortal Kombat, I kind of wish that, especially nowadays with the newer games. I'm like, okay, there's so many combos. Once sweats get a hold of them, there's just no way that a normal player like me can keep up with them. So I kind of long for the days where it was just punches and kicks. So I don't hate that, but a lot of people would say that that's a negative for this game, is that the controls are really simple where it's just punches and kicks. If I can just avoid him, I don't know why he gets fury so often. If I can avoid him while he's got that. Oh no, I meant to do my shield. Ah! Okay guys, it's tied 1-1. Oh no. No, it's tied 1-1. Okay, I gotta pause. Oh, guys, I'm worked up. I gotta, my little heart right now is do. I gotta lock in. Let me read the chat and calm me down a little bit. I'm gonna rendezvous. Plot twist: the kid is a Kobe fan. What kid? Oh, Nezu. Yeah, thanks, Shaq. But where's Kobe at? Yeah, that would be hilarious. Okay, the best type of friendship to have: get the jabs in when you can. We've all got those. Thank you, Electric. We've all got those kind of friends. Yeah, these three would they would literally give the shirts off their back for me, and they have been there for me in everything I've ever asked them to, good times, bad times, all of it. But man, they will say some silly things, and YouTube's pretty strict. So yeah, took them months for me to tell them. The Holiday Vanilla, it's over for Mummy. Oh, dude, yes. Holiday Vanilla versus Mummy? Can't handle this kind of fuel, Colin. The boss has that Vecna hands. Connection, conformity gate. I think, Electric, you got to move on, buddy. There was no conformity gate. There was no episode 9. You got to take a long look in the mirror and say it's over. You got what you got. L's dead. We need to move on. Even as a lover of the show, we got to move on. I know that your mind is just seeing Vecna everywhere. Maybe Vecna's in your mind. But bro, you got to move on. Just think of the kid. He needs you. I got to do this. You're right, Colin. I got to do this for Nezu. Nezu is watching along somewhere behind a prison cell, or like I said, on an altar somewhere. And he's counting on his hero Shaq. Or maybe it's not even his hero. Maybe he's a Kobe fan, like Electric said. But he's counting on me either way. Nobody else even knows that this dimension exists. So he needs his NBA All-Star. The kid's rooting for me. I can hear him over there in the back, crying out for help. And it's me and Vecna Mummy Man. Oh, guys, I'm like so nervous to press unpause here. Because I want to say, I don't know if I can start. Maybe I can start the round over. But, dude, if I got to start from the very beginning and I lose on this last round, I'm going to need 3 Holiday Vanilla Cokes to cheer me up. Okay. That's not a good start. Not a good start. It's okay. It's okay. Rendezvous. Come on. Hold on. Okay. I had him with those uppercuts. That spinning kick thing just does so much damage. Okay, he's got his number on me right now. It's not looking good, guys. Oh, I tried to do my disc. I tried to do the disc. It didn't work. He lured me in, I ain't gonna lie, but I got to do some offense. I'm behind. He can win the count out at this point. He can win the count out. See, Rob, the count out goes both ways, buddy. I can't just sit around and not win. Or I can't just sit around and win. See, look how much damage he does in Fury. Why does Fury last so long, too? Come on, keep with the offense. Let's go, baby! Got the win! We got the win! Give him Fury. Give him power-ups. Give him abilities. It don't matter. Oh, let's go! Nezu has been saved. That is the main thing here, guys. Nezu has been saved. And it's all due to Shaq and some Holiday Creamy Vanilla Coke. Man. Okay, let's go ahead. I've earned this. Let me put my initials in here. Actually, we're going to do, hold on, J-D-A. Jake dies again. We did it, guys. Thanks, Shaq. I am Nezu. You just saved my life. First time meeting him. You're welcome, kid. You're welcome, kid. Talk like Shaq. Oh. Sorry I'm late, boys. Sorry I'm late to the All-Star game. Let's just say I had to fight some traffic to get here. So now we got the Disney moment at the very end. And then, look, you got Nezu in the back. Bro, he invited him to the All-Star game and got him a ticket. Oh, no, not you again. I hope you play hoops better than you can fight, beast. That's funny. That's a good time. But, dude, he got Nezu tickets to the All-Star game. Man, Shaq's such a sweetheart. What a sweetheart. Okay, guys, that is Shaq Fu. So, the pro is that it's a really fun game. The con is that, 1, the controls are clunky, 2, it's a short game. If I can beat it in that amount of time, dude, imagine somebody with some skill. Dude, it wouldn't take them nothing to beat that game. So I guess they're kind of leaning more on the 1v1, like you playing couch co-op with somebody in a Mortal Kombat Street Fighter. In a Street Fighter type way. So I think that that's what this game is marketing on. And then once that you bought a game named Shaq Fu, which that was going to make it fly off the shelf, then it's like, okay, you already bought it. But I can imagine that a lot of people rented this game and then, or maybe returned this game, bought and returned it because it wouldn't take them that long. Anyway, let me catch up on the chat, and then we're going to go to our vote. Because if you guys are new to the channel, what we do is we have 10 contestants that we start off with every season. 10 Super Nintendo games, most of them I have reviewed on my channel. Actually, in this season, all of them I have reviewed on my channel. So if you have not played them before, you can go back, check them on YouTube, and you can go watch reviews of me talking about these games from front to end. That way, if you know nothing about them, you can spend 5, 7, or 8 minutes and get full caught up to speed, all of my thoughts on each of these games. But like I said, at the beginning of the season, we have 10 games, and then each week we have a live vote at the end of the episode where the crowd, the chat, the viewers, you guys, vote who gets evicted every single week. And at the very end, just like last season, we will crown a winner and a winner of the $50,000. And that will be whoever wins the Super Nintendo voting challenge on Retro Survivor. So we are more than halfway through season 2, and we have said goodbye to Alien vs. Predator, Toy Story, Super Baseball Simulator, Darius Twin, which I'm still heartbroken about, and I take full responsibility because I know that stream and how weak that I played a part in it going home. I know it did. And I had to take a long look in the mirror after that, and I'm going to try to make some kind of excuse, hopefully in later seasons where a legacy character can come back. And hopefully you guys will be gracious and generous enough to your host to let his nostalgic game of Darius Twin make a return. I'm hoping. Speaking of returns, Super Adventure Island 2 was a legacy character from Season 1. We all had a vote. We voted for Super Adventure Island 2 to come back. And then Michael B. and his minions, he puppet stringed and got Super Adventure Island out in week 3 or 4. But now, we are down to 4. We are down to Demolition Man Rival Turf, which blows my mind that Rival Turf is still in the running, because Rival Turf is just a simple, I played it last week on stream, just a simple Final Fight clone. You walk from left to right. It's a beat 'em up. It's just brain rot beat 'em up is all it is. It's really fun. It's got like wrestling moves in there instead of just punches and kicks. It's super vibrant. It's got some really fun looking characters. So it's a good time. Like, it's a good Saturday morning cartoon type feel. And I think if you were to play it with somebody, you could just cut up and have a good time. So, and then also it's got one of the cheesiest and yet greatest cover arts of all time in Rival Turf. 2 gang members looking all tough like this. So you got that. WWF Raw, which is obviously my pick to win this season. So I'm hoping WWF Raw makes it to the very end. That is my pick. But again, I have no say in the matter. You guys vote for the winner. So I'm about to include... Actually, let me catch up on the chat. And then we're going to go to our live vote. Let me get you guys a bigger screen here. Okay. Back to the chat. If you could only call a timeout... Call a timeout. Oh, you mean like in an NBA game, Rob? Like somebody calling a timeout? I mean, I can hit the pause button, which I did multiple times. And obviously I'm going to play pause whenever it's in my favor. Like if I'm winning or I need a moment, I'm going to press pause. I'm going to do it where it benefits me, buddy. Let's see. You promised you'd finish this. You owe it to the viewers, I think. Bro, I finished it. This might be older chat. I know I haven't looked at it in a while. But I did finish the game. Right? That was... Yeah. He wins the All-Star game. That was the whole game. So it's a short game, Electric. Like I said, a good gamer can probably beat it within 40, 45 minutes. It took me a little bit longer than that, but beat it nonetheless. Lucas says, that was close. Dude, that's TMI. I'm not going to say that. I was sweating. I was pitting because it was that close. I was genuinely fretting there for a second. Frazzled would be a good word. I was frazzled and fretting because I thought that I was about to get done up. But you can't count me out. You can't count Jake Dice again out. Not when he's on that cold Coke. Bro, you know I'm going to come back. Show us Nezu. Nez! Yes, Colin, Nez. We saw him. Saw what he looks like. And he got a seat at the game. Dude, my heart is still warm from that. That is just a very heartwarming moment. And I know that I played a small part in that. To know that I played a small part in rescuing him from the grips of gargoyles in a different dimension by an NBA All-Star. The fact that I was a part of that, I love it. Buzzer beater. You want to talk about a buzzer beater? Dude, I think that if you lose, you have to start from the beginning, I want to say. So, either way, even if you had to just start the rounds over with that character, that would be inconvenient. But starting from the very beginning is how I would like to think of it, especially now, because I do best when my back is against the wall. And I truly felt like my back was against the wall right there. And I had to swing my way out of it. And I did, with your guys' help. And because I had Nezu cheering for me in the corner, I couldn't let him down because God knows what Mummy Man Vecna was going to do to him. So, yeah, glad I won. And suddenly, it's Space Jam. It's Space Jam Shaq version. And also, Space Jam, dude, Michael Jordan wasn't a kung fu master. What are you talking about? This is Shaq. He's a kung fu master in another world. Sadly, his intergalactic evil plot was foiled by the timeout. That's right, Rob. Shaq is a class act. Like, what a stand-up guy. You know, to do all that, he didn't have to. He was just, I mean, imagine him. He's in Tokyo. He's sightseeing. He might buy a souvenir. And just out of the goodness of his heart, he opens up a dojo, goes into a portal to a different dimension, fights all these incredible monsters, saves a child, and then doesn't even show up late to practice, doesn't even show up late to the All-Star game. I mean, what a guy. I mean, who would do something like that? Probably not me. What a guy. Let's see. The writing is so good, I feel the devs wrote it themselves. I can't imagine, Colin, people sitting around a corner and going, okay, and then the old man at the dojo is going to open up his closet where where the upside down is. He's going to open up his closet. The upside down's in his closet. We don't know why he has the upside down rift in his closet, and then, you know, somebody else at the other end of the table with the devs are going to say, you know what, if we're in a hurried fashion, we don't have to explain it. We just tell him to tell Shaq, no time to explain. Hop in the portal, buddy. And I think I just can't imagine that round table and them having that discussion. Because I feel like it wouldn't have taken 30 minutes to write that. It probably took longer for me to play the game than it did for them to write the game. Because there's just nothing there. I will say it's enough in that short time period to get a few laughs out of me. I did giggle quite a few times, so that's fun. But it's just the premise, the writing, the plot holes. It's just all incredible. It really is. It's a one-of-a-kind game. This is going to be an interesting vote. No more grudges, just simply who is best. That is right, actually. That's a good point, Michael B. There's no more, you know, you got Team Buster, Team Super Adventure Island, and you got all these politics and these backstabbings, and let's wait till James and Enchantress are out of the country and they're not even on stream because they're doing their indie game thing, and they're not even on stream, and that's when we get the people to vote. That's when we get our pitchforks, we get our torches, and that's when we get all the voters at one time while they're not holding the line, and we go after Super Adventure Island 2. But now there's no more politics, there's no more hatred, there's no more backstabbing, there's none of that. It's simply voting on the best man or woman contestant. Everybody vote Raw. Rob, don't you dare. I will take away, I don't know how, I will, ChatGPT, I will take away your commenting privileges if you say to vote out Raw. Don't listen to Rob. Raw needs to be in the finals. And I hope what you meant, Rob. Rob, dude, are you trying to play a heel right now? Are you trying to be a heel? Because you're getting some heat from me. You're getting some heat with the boys. You're getting some heat with me. Because that's ridiculous. We got freaking Rival Turf and Demolition Man, some jobbers, and we got two main event stars right here in WWF Raw and Shaq Fu. And you want to get Raw out? What are you saying right now? Wake up. What are you talking about? Winky face. You better be playing around. And then he has a smirk face later. Rob, why are you being so mischievous right now? You're being mischievous. Rob pulling some puppet strings now. Blame him if Raw leaves tonight. I mean, because Beast was suddenly playing b-ball with Shaq. Yeah, that's going back to what Colin said and what you're bringing up, Lucas. The fact that why would Beast be playing basketball? How did he get out of the portal? I didn't even think about that. How did he get out of the whatever dimension he's in? How did he get out? Did he get out through? Is there more than one portal? Is there not just the one in old Dojo Man's closet? And then did he let him out? How did he know where the All-Star game was? Did he buy a ticket in? Well, I mean, nobody seemed upset that this giant demon guy is holding a basketball. I mean, for me, especially if I'm on the team, it's like I've worked for my spot. Who's this guy? Not even a human, and you're letting him start over me? At least start him in JV. Don't even know if he knows the rules of basketball. And you're letting him in the game? Yeah, that writing doesn't make sense. It does not make any sense. You are totally right, Lucas. Okay. In my defense, I had no idea they weren't going to be on stream. Michael B, stop lying. That's just like a Buster fan. Just like a Buster fan. Just a lie on stream. Michael B says, I didn't know all the Super Adventure Island 2 fans were not going to be on the stream that I got everybody to vote them out. I had no idea. Just like a Buster fan. Just to make up a story. Just to cover yourself. Insane. How did Bill Murray go to the Munstars versus Toon Squad game? How did Bill Murray got to the Munstars versus Toon Squad game? Not sure what you mean, Lucas. But I also am a mediocre thinker, just like I'm a mediocre gamer, so maybe I'm just not understanding. You know they are going to be friends now, Shaq and the Beast. Oh, Shaq and the Beast. I mean, if nothing else, they can bond over height, dude. They're both 7'2". They would both be big men, and if they were in wrestling, they would be like the big attractions, like the Great Khali and Big Show. Yeah, they'd be something like that. But I don't think they'd ever be actually friends on the inside because, I mean, he's a beast, he's a demon, which means he wants evil. And we just saw Shaq risk his life for a stranger, for a kid, and put his life on the line multiple times on his way to a game. Just, as he's living his life, playing hero, what does a hero and a demonic villain have in common? Not a whole lot, I don't think. In this case, height, but I don't know what else. I don't know what else they would have in common. Space Jam reference. Dude, I haven't watched Space Jam, Lucas. You're just exposing me right now. Everybody's like, are you a retro fan and you don't even watch Space Jam? Dude, I watched it as a kid. I couldn't tell you any actual quotes from it because I have not watched it since I was a kid. I need to rewatch it. I really do. That's on me. In reference on how you ask, how did Beast get there comment. Oh, yeah, like how did Bill Murray get here? How did the Beast get here? Yeah, same energy, Lucas. Same energy. Okay, guys, I'm about to go grab the poll, and then we're going to have a vote. So here we go. Let me grab this poll right quick. And then I need you guys to vote live. And we're going to see who goes home tonight. And the straw poll is in the chat right now. So everybody go to the comments and you will see a straw poll link there. Click that link and then you will be able to vote live who gets evicted tonight. Here, let me go ahead and go to my voting open screen to let everybody know, if you are just now joining the stream, that we have 10 contestants. We have voted out 6 and we are down to 4 Super Nintendo games in this season that are left on the island that can win Retro Survivor. So I need you guys to go vote. Go vote right now. The voting is live. It is a straw poll link. You do not need to make an account. You don't need to go through a CAPTCHA. You just press the link. You vote. It's that simple. I know it when you see a link in the comments, you get a little sketched out. I do too. Press the link. Take you to a vote. You can be part of the show. You run the show. You decide. Literally, you decide. I have nothing to do with it. I see the votes as I see them, or I count them as I see them, and then that's what's going to determine the finish of this game, or the finish of this show. So let me see. I always have trouble pinning it. Like, for whatever reason, it does not like for me to pin my own comments. Or maybe it's just because of a link. It always says that I'm trying to open the link rather than pin the message. But here we go. I have pinned it. That way you don't lose it in the comments. Okay, so straw poll link is active. It is pinned in the chat. Everybody go vote right now. Voting is open. And you can, now again, remember, it is voting who to evict, not voting who's your favorite, voting who you like. So remember that. Vote to evict Demolition Man. Vote to evict Rival Turf. Vote to evict them. It's not, Don't put WWF Raw because that's your favorite. As it should be. WWF Raw should be your favorite out of the 4. Don't vote out WWF Raw. Don't listen to Rob. Come on, he's a Buster fan. What does he know? Okay. Back to the chat. In the poll, Anon, I need to know. Oh, is the poll anonymous? Yes, the poll is anonymous. I cannot see the results. Yeah, Michael B is letting Colin know it is anonymous. See you later, Meatball. Who's Meatball? Electric, that's cryptic. If this is a shot against WWF Raw, Electric, we got some beef. We got some heat between us. Who is Meatball? You got me curious. Electric has said he's casted his vote. And he says, see you later. Who did he vote for? I have no idea. But you can make your vote right now in the chat. Tribal Council is live on Retro Survivor, and everybody can go make their vote live on the show. Oh, so don't do that. Rob, listen, buddy. I love that you're here. I don't love that your vote is here. I do not trust your vote right now. I think I need a peek at the results. Wait, let's see. Hulk Hogan called this guy Meatball. Hulk Hogan called this guy Meatball. Is it Sylvester Stallone? Did Hulk Hogan call Sylvester Stallone Meatball? I don't think Hulk Hogan would know who Shaq is. So I don't think it's Shaq. I don't think he would know these two random mobsters, if you want to call them mobsters, on Rival Turf. So I'm going to guess Electric is voting for Demolition Man if I had to put money on it. I think I need to go ahead and take a quick result peek. Oh, guys, it's a close vote. It's a close vote. All right, everybody, keep voting. I'm going to give you guys another minute. I need everybody to go vote. And like I said, whoever gets the most votes is who will be evicted tonight on Retro Survivor. And then we will be down to 3, the final 3 Super Nintendo games in this season's Retro Survivor, pending we don't have another twist. I have not confirmed yes or no if we have another twist coming. You have to stay tuned to find that out. All right, everybody, go vote. Rob says, I voted. Full disclosure, I voted Demo Man. I wouldn't do that to you. Whew, my man. Rob, you got some sense about you. To be a WWF Raw fan, you have come in here and publicly said that you are a wrestling fan, that you were a fan during the Attitude Era. And this is right before then. You know, we got Undertaker on there, you got Lex Luger on there, you got Razor Ramon on there. I mean, these are some of the greats. I mean, Doink the Clown, for crying out loud. You got the greats on there. And this is the golden era of wrestling. And for you to be a wrestling fan and sit there and say that you want him off, that's crazy talk. I mean, what are we doing? Rob, also, I think you would be a great heel commentator. I'll give you that. I think you and Michael B., I think if one of you two, I guess all Buster fans would be good heel commentators, but I think that you guys would be 2 great heel commentators if we ever ran this like a wrestling show, or if there was another retro streaming show out there that was run like wrestling. You guys would be some great heel commentators. Electric making a Thunder Lips reference. That makes sense. Dude, Electric and Lucas with all the references I'm not picking up on. I've watched WWE as much as I've watched live opera. Electric, you a big opera fan, buddy? Because if not, I think you're saying you've never watched wrestling before. And if so, how can I peer pressure you? You just let me know how I can peer pressure you, and I'll get started. Because I think it's something you need to get into. I will say nowadays wrestling is not really storyline driven. It's more for like that niche audience that likes a really good wrestling match and people doing flippy doos off the top rope and all that. But back in the day, dude, back in the Attitude Era, as they call it, in the 90s wrestling, golden age, must-see TV. You want to talk about opera? That was a male soap opera that was must-see TV. Ton of fun. Dude, that was the good old days, and we didn't even know it was the good old days. I could talk about it for a long time. Okay, I'll take that as a compliment. Yeah, dude, Michael B., that's a full compliment. Absolutely. Okay, everybody, I'm about to close the voting. I think we've given everybody enough time to vote. Let me go check out the votes one more time. Let's see. Guys, we currently have a tie vote. Whoever has not voted, go vote. We have a tie vote. We need someone else to vote. And listen, this may happen. If we end in a tie and we have nobody else to go vote, I know that sometimes we have lurkers on here. Lurkers, I'm talking to you. If you want to be part of the show, your vote right now, this single vote, can literally sway the whole direction of this show, Retro Survivor. You, as an individual, can dictate where this show ends. Because think about it like this. If one of these two that are tied, if they were in the finale, and anything, if you've ever watched a reality show, literally anything can happen in the finale. If one of these would have made it to the finale and now they're not, they could have won the whole game, won the whole show, and then you have kept them from it. You are literally deciding the fate of Retro Survivor. The amount of power in your hands right now, Lurker, is incredible. We need you to go vote. We need you to go vote. If not, you know what happens? I vote. I'm going to vote. And you guys know how I'm going to vote. We will, I'll be honest. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to tell you what two games are tied because I want you to go to the site and I want you guys to see which two games are tied for the lead right now for eviction. Okay, everybody, a few more moments, go vote. Any lurkers out there, we need you to put somebody over right now. Double eviction it? Oh, dude! I could do a double eviction. That would be... Okay. Hold on. Let me think about it. I got to think about all the ramifications if I do a double eviction. I don't know, guys. That would spice it up. If we did double eviction. Dude, Jameson and Cantress, when they come back, their minds are going to be blown if they come back. And two more contestants are gone. That might happen. Hold on. Okay, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to set a timer. I'm going to set a timer for 60 seconds. Once that 60 seconds is up, if nobody else has voted and it is still a tie, double eviction. That's what we're going to do. Ready? Man, I wish there was a way to pull a timer up on the screen. I'm sure that there is. But hold on. I will start it. Hold on. Okay, got my timer ready. Okay, before I do that, let me check the voting. Again, I'm going to refresh to make sure nobody else has voted. Actually, we have another vote that has put it over the tie. So here's what I'm going to do. Hold on. We are going to close the vote. Guys, the votes are in. We had an extra vote. Thank you, Lurker, whoever was watching that has not voted yet. You just made a critical decision that may affect the outcome of where this entire show goes. But thank you so much for voting. Thank you, Colin, for that idea. It's a great idea. We'd be down to 3. We have to have a finale. Next season or the next, we might see a double eviction. We've had a returning twist. A double eviction could be our next twist. But I said whoever has the most is going out. Before I ended the votes, before I tallied them all up, before the timer expired, we did have somebody come out as a winner with the most votes, or actually it would be the loser, with the most votes to leave the island. And that one is what I'm about to announce right now. So here we go. We're in Tribal Council. The votes are in. As you guys know, I got to make this as dramatic as possible. So we're going to go ahead, get this fire started. All right, contestants, I need you to gather around. Contestants that are left, that is Demolition Man, Rival Turf, WWF Raw, and Shaq Fu. I need you to take your places around the fire, please. Go ahead, grab a seat. Okay. So it's a chilly night out tonight. I think it's perfect weather for a dramatic moment like this. About 57 outside. It's clear night, stars are out, fire's warm. And so on the island, 57 is cold, by the way. So guys, we've had a vote, and we've cast it to our viewers, a popular vote. And we have asked them to vote for who's going to be evicted tonight. And I have all the cards in front of me, and I have who I know will go home tonight. And here's what's going to happen. After I declare who's going to go home, you're going to have just a few moments to say your goodbyes, a few moments, If you've had any friendships that you've made along the way, you're going to say goodbye to them, hug their neck, tell them what you need to tell them, and then you need to go pack your bags. You need to go tear down your lean-to, get everything together, and then we're going to call the boat to come pick you up. The camera crew has their own boat on a nearby island. They're going to come and pick you up, and you're just going to have it. It's not going to be long. We're going to move it fast. Once we have eviction, you got to go because we got to focus on the next contestants. But again, we have who's going to go home right now. So I think to make it a little bit more dramatic, we'll play my dramatic sound. Shuffle the cards. Do the contestants one more time. All right, everybody, without further ado, the contestant that is going home tonight will be Demolition Man. Demolition Man, you've been a worthy contestant. I enjoyed you as a movie. I enjoyed you as a franchise game. But now would be the time that you have to leave the island. So go ahead and wrap it up, say your goodbyes, and we will see you off. If you are listening closely, you can hear the boat. They are on their way to come pick you up. Like I said, that's the camera crew, and they will be here to get your stuff for you and then take you back. And that way, you get to go see your family, but your run here is over. Your run here is over, Demolition Man. All right, guys, let's see him off. Let's see Demolition Man off. Off you go. Until later on, when maybe a legacy return. But right now, we are focused on the 3. And the 3 are... Hold on. WWF Raw survives another week. Yes. Rival Turf and Shaq Fu, the dark horse to win it all. The meme game that could win it all. Shaq Fu. So we got Rival Turf, WWF Raw, Shaq Fu. So one more episode, and then the next episode we will have finale night. And then that will determine who will win Season 2 of Retro Survivor. Let me go ahead and go back to the chat right quick, and then we'll talk and hang out a little bit, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Okay. Rival Turf is such a floater. Definitely a floater. So if you guys don't watch Survivor or Big Brother, a floater is, and I've explained this before, but a floater is one of those that just stays just enough under the radar. Not a big target on their back. Doesn't look like they're going to be a threat. And what they do is they just kind of lay low. They're in the background. And then next thing you know, we're down to 3. We're in finale night. And they've hung around long enough. And I'm telling you, I've been in this show for a season. I have watched plenty of seasons of shows like this. You literally never know what's going to happen on finale night. It can go either way. I'm telling you, crazy things have happened. So a floater is just somebody that hangs around, don't stir the waters up too much. Don't have a big target on your back. Ride it out to the end. And Rival Turf, I think that's their strategy. And Rival Turf has implemented it perfectly all the way up to this point because Rival Turf's in the final 3. I want you guys to take a look in the mirror right quick. We got Darius Twins, Super Baseball Simulator 1000, and Super Adventure Island 2. 3 great games. Not sitting on the sideline. They're at home right now. They're watching this show just like you are, as viewers, not contestants anymore. And they're watching it, and they're all 3 great games. And Rival Turf is still here. That's the floater strategy. That is the floater strategy. And they are implementing it and playing you guys like fiddles, and you don't even know it. So that's Rival Turf for you. Rival Turf is a sleeper, hit, biding time to strike to come out on top. That's right, Michael B. Waiting in the wings, waiting in the bushes, ready to pounce on finale night to maybe take home the trophy. Rival Turf, like last season's Kirby. Dude, I don't know about that. Kirby was a favorite from the beginning. It was just like an assumed thing. It's kind of like, it's one of those deals. Okay, if me, 8 other random dudes, and prime Arnold Schwarzenegger walk in, and it's a strength competition, okay, we don't have to talk about Arnold the whole time. We know he's going to win. it was one of those situations where like Kirby walked in and he had such a good game with that golf game. Everybody's like, okay, we know who the front runner is. We don't have to talk about it anymore. Let's us 9 figure out how we're going to make it as long as we can. And then that's why, was it going to be Buster standing next to him or Super Adventure Island 2 standing next to him on finale night? And then maybe we can get enough popular vote where we can overtake Kirby. But I don't think this is the same thing because Rival Turf didn't walk in here and go, okay, well, obviously Rival Turf's the best game. That's what it was like season 1. Me personally, that's how I view it. I don't think that was the case here. I truly think Rival Turf is enacting the first floater strategy that I have seen work in the past 2 seasons of this show. So I think it's a little bit different. Michael B says, quite possibly. Rob says, peace out. DM, Dungeon Master, Rival Turf has the legs. Lucas says, Rival Turf, its sequel, Brawl Brothers, and then the Peacekeepers to close the trilogy may look like simple beat-em-ups, but the 90s, that genre was super popular. Yeah, if you want to go look at Final Fight clones or just beat-em-ups in general, there is so many on the Super Nintendo. It's absolutely crazy. I knew that they had a sequel. I'm going to be honest with you, Lucas. I didn't know that it was a trilogy, but apparently it is, and I plan to visit both of them on my channel soon. I'm sorry, Jake, but I think Raw's days are numbered. Yeah, so Raw was the one that it was tied with, if you guys were checking the voting. Raw is, we're going to need a miracle. I'm going to need to recruit some wrestling fans for next week for Raw to make it to the finale. But then again, God, just think about it. We've played Raw twice on this stream, and how much fun was it watching it? You can't just sit there and tell me that it was more fun watching me play Rival Turf than it was Raw. I have a hard time believing that. I got a hard time believing that, guys. But again, it's your show. You decide. I feel like Raw deserves to be in the finale. And dude, how fun would it be? WWF Raw. You got The Undertaker and Shaquille O'Neal next to each other on finale night. How fun would that be? That's what I'm saying. Mike, are you saying Raw may rest in peace? I think that's what he's saying. Still predicting a Rival Turf versus Shaq Fu finale. Michael B, you can bet, you can predict all you want. That don't mean it's going to happen, man. That don't mean it's going to happen, brother. I think it's going to be Raw in the finale. I'm not saying that, Rob. The Underbuster did just like to Master Higgins. Yeah, you got to let it go. You got to let Buster go. Okay, I'm about to wrap up the chat, then we're going to wrap up the stream. Lucas says, we all know The Undertaker would wipe the floor with Shaq. Dude, if they ever went 1v1, you got The Undertaker in one corner and Shaquille O'Neal in the other, you would be a fool to put money on Shaquille O'Neal. A fool. You would be an absolute fool. I would take that bet. I don't have a lot of money. I would put my life savings on The Undertaker. The dude is a dead cowboy Undertaker with superpowers that can have lightning from his fingertips, buries people alive, and you got him versus a basketball player? Guys, let's be real right now. That's not even a competition. You got the Phenom versus a point or power forward? Guys, let's put some respect on Undertaker's name that you're even comparing the two right now. Shaq would rest in peace. Okay. Michael B says, yeah, but Shaq messed up on that mummy pretty good. He did. But have you watched what Undertaker did to Mankind in a Hell in the Cell match? Here's your homework, Michael B. I want you to YouTube Undertaker versus Mankind, Hell in a Cell match, and you tell me if the Undertaker did Mankind worse or Shaq did the Mummy Vecna guy worse. Who got done up worse? I promise you, you're going to come back and go, dude, Shaq would not hang with Undertaker. He would not hang with Take. He'd build a 7-foot, 2-inch coffin and put him in there. Not even a competition. I'm sorry I ever made a comparison. You'd come back singing a different tune, I think. Okay. And he was a genie. Who's a genie? Who's a genie? Talking about the Undertaker because he has superpowers and can make lightning come from his fingertips and smoke come from under the ring and has all these druids that follow him. I don't know if that makes him a genie. Yep, everyone should go watch that match. Dude, if somebody's not a wrestling fan, actually, Electric, here's your homework. That is the match. That is the match that I use when somebody's not a wrestling fan and I go, hey, you should check this out. Just to try to get them in. I make them go watch Undertaker versus Mankind, Cell match, I think it's 1998. I make them go watch that match, and if after they watch that match, if they're still like, you know what, that's not for me, then there's no getting it. There's no way to win them. But to me, there's no way you watch that and you go, that wasn't. There's no way you can watch it and say it wasn't entertaining. I don't think there is a way. Oh, I've seen it many times. I'm on Team Taker. My boy Michael B. coming to his senses. The Mummy was a genie. The Mummy was a genie too? Is that right? So the Mummy is the boss, he's Vecna, and he's a genie. Okay, that's pretty good. When we talk strength of schedule, that kind of helps Shaq's case right there. I'm not going to lie to you. But again, look at all the people The Undertaker has beaten. I mean, Giant Gonzalez, the Great Khali, giants, literal giants. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think Taker still takes home the urn and the trophy. Shaq was a genie. Kazam. Okay, homework accepted. Man, thank you guys so much for watching Retro Survivor in this episode. I hate that we had to see another one go home today, especially Demolition Man, one of my favorite licensed movie title games. Probably one of my favorites. I love the movie. And the game references the movie pretty well. So I hate that Demolition Man had to leave. I didn't think that there was any way that he was going to make it to the finale. The fact that he made it this far, I'm very proud of the way that he played this game. So I'm proud of him, but I hate to see him go. But again, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Next week, we will be in the next to last episode because the last one will be our finale. And you guys, next week, are going to get to decide who is in that finale. Will it be Rival Turf? Will it be WWF Raw and Undertaker? Or will it be the man, the myth, the genie, Shaq from Shaq Fu? Who will it be? Find out next week. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I enjoy it every single time. I always say that I'm only going to stream for an hour. I end up always streaming about an hour and a half, and the time goes like that. So, man, it's just so much fun. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Spread the word. If you got some retro game lovers, tell them to come on, tell them to come vote, tell them to come hang out, and you can watch a mediocre gamer die many times, many of deaths, on some Super Nintendo games. Spread the word. Man, like the video on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't. I think that you all have, and that helps the channel grow. So thank you guys again. I'm going to catch you next week, 4:30 Central Standard Time, every single week. Lucas says bye. Retro Hunters throwing some hearts in the chat. Appreciate you guys. Catch you next time.